can you tell our watchers, our listeners, who you are?
Yeah, so my name is Daniel Skowronski. I'm the CEO and co-founder of DX.Exchange. We're a digital asset exchange regulated in the EU. And we're always constantly trying to innovate to bring old world technology onto the new blockchain type technology.
Yeah, and so one of these innovative efforts that you announced a couple of weeks ago is this thing called the Turbo Token. So can you give us a TLDR? What is a Turbo Token?
So a Turbo Token is built on a new type of product that we created called an SLT, or Smart Leverage Token. And basically what we've done is everybody's kind of really excited about margin trading today. And they're adding crypto CFD trading, they're adding regular standard margin trading. And what we wanted to do is, again, as I mentioned, we want to try to bridge that old world gap and new world and do something different. And what we've done is we've basically on the Ethereum blockchain, we've created a new type of smart leverage contract, SLT, where we've actually put the leverage inside the token. So we can do a 5x or 10x on this token into the move, which I can obviously basically track the underlying asset. So in the case of, say, Bitcoin, if Bitcoin moves X number of percent tick by tick, this token or Turbo Token would move 10 times or 5 times that percentage move.
Right. So how are the currencies for these Turbo Tokens selected?
So we picked obviously the top ones that we felt are the most traded ones. So obviously there's Bitcoin. You can buy the token long or buy the token short. Ethereum, the same. We picked Cardano, Ripple, and BNB token for now. But we can pretty much do this on any token if we wanted to.
Okay. And are there any plans to do that in the future?
We will. I think what we're doing is listening to the community and other exchanges. These tokens are not just limited to DX. We're actually going to be launching these tokens or these SLTs on other exchanges around the world, big ones and small ones. It's a product. Like I said, it's a new category product. It's not just for DX. I think it's basically for any exchange that wants to have margin trading tokens. Because one good thing about this is for an exchange who doesn't have margin trading, they don't actually have to go and purchase, a whole margin system. They don't have to do any integration. They don't have to worry about all the reporting changes, the risk management, all of it anymore. They can just simply add a token, which today an ERC20 token can take under an hour to integrate into a platform.
Right. And so how have things been going since the launch a couple of weeks ago? What kind of action have you seen on the product?
Yeah, so it's basically exceeded our expectations. We launched it first under on a 10x under our DX Cash, which is our native cryptocurrency token on the exchange. So anyone who had DX Cash holdings, they had first access to this product, and the response has been tremendous. The volume has been, I have to say this, but our volume on the exchange is in the last 3.5 weeks since it's been live. We're now seeing over 50% of our volume is based on this token alone now. The people really, really love it because it's really moving. I think it's kind of bringing back 2017 again, when tokens were moving at a minimum 5 to 10% a day, but could be as much as 40 or 50% in a day. And that's what the crypto community really likes and what they're really after. So it's been really fantastic.
I'm really happy to hear that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I think also that's another reason why a lot of the other exchanges have reached out to us, and we're getting ready to list already these on other exchanges, just because again they see the innovation. And look, exchanges, where they make money is when there's turnover, right? And these tokens have a high turnover, daily turnover, because people are trading in and out all day long because they are moving, right? Even in this last week, Bitcoin has really been stuck between 9,500 and 10,500. So it's not a big range, but the movement on the turbo tokens still have been anywhere from 5 to 10x that, right? So even in a quiet market like this, you really get nice moves to have an opportunity to make money.
Yeah, and the turbo tokens were paired against USDT this week. Can you tell me a little bit about why USDT and not another stablecoin?
So we start, it's a really great question. We wanted actually to launch it against Bitcoin originally, but the problem with Bitcoin is because the price is so high, the price itself in terms of display would be like 0.0003 or something like this, right? And it's just nice price for people to understand. And I think the one thing is, in margin trading, there's a lot of new people to it. Yes, there's a lot of experts, but still to price it under Bitcoin with such fractional ownership like that, it just doesn't make sense. Because this is a token, so you're not like in traditional margin, you're seeing the price at 10,500. But here, because it's a token with the token price based on Bitcoin, it's displayed differently. So okay, we can't really do it against the Bitcoin price, and even Ethereum could be really difficult. So let's price it against one of the stable coins. And USDT is just right now it's the most popular one out there. We wanted to give everybody a fair chance who has USDT or is trading USDT. It's really easily known, so we launched it with that. However, we have been approached by other exchanges to be able to list it against other pairs like USDC, which I believe is the Circle one, and a couple of the other pairs. So we'll continue to add, as I mentioned, against or based on what our community or the other exchanges in their communities are looking for, because it really is quite simple for us to pair it against really anything. So it's not difficult. It's not technology that's difficult to implement.
I see. So Daniel, you've agreed to give us a little demo and show us how this works, how these tokens are traded. So by all means, take it away.
Okay, so if you're looking at the screen now, so what we're looking at is the DX trading platform interface. You have the bid and asks over here, you have last trades here, and you have the charting and the platform. On the left here, I'm under the USDT 5X. So these tokens are basically 5X traded. And again, I'll explain a little bit what that means is that let's say Bitcoin is at 10,000, right? And if Bitcoin moves 1 second up in 1% up in 1 second, then this turbo token would move 5% up. Okay, so right now, in 24 hours ago, this is up 3%. So 24 hours ago, Bitcoin was actually only up. Well, this is just less than 1% at that point. And what it can tell you is the token started out at 100. What would that be, about a week ago? It's now at 58, and that's because Bitcoin was much higher. I think right now Bitcoin's trading around 9,500. I actually just quickly go look here on Bitcoin USD. Yeah, it's around 9,600. So this token has actually come off quite a bit. But if you see the short token, although today it's down 9%, it's trading at almost 120. See that, right? It's actually trading 119, 120. So this is up 20% in the last, call it week overall, even though it's down 9% today. So I guess it was almost 30%, a few hours ago. So again, you can, right now, this is a live account. It's got $197 in it. The open position right now, let's see, where are we here? What are we doing? I'm actually not trade history, yes. So I have a long position at 80. I bought 3 turbo tokens for a total amount of $263. I'm not doing so well at the moment. But I expected Bitcoin to go higher, right? So, and it's not. But it's just very simple. If I wanted to get out of that position, I can click at this rate, and again, it's very similar. 3.28 turbo tokens that I own. If I want to sell 50% of it, I can go ahead and just sell that. You can see that's been sent, and I sold half my position out at that rate. And then if I want to go and try to trade it and say, okay, I want to go into Ether, I think Ether is going to go higher. I can come over here and click on this and say I got this. I want 100% of it. So, anyways, that's how you go. And then as I said, there's a 10x as well that we have available.
Mm-hmm.
This is 10 times the leverage. So today, a pretty red day across the board. And some people can say, well, why is it Bitcoin is down 30%? How is the Bitcoin short down 20%? Because if they're supposed to be opposites, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of how the dynamics of the token is working. Is, as you can see, the price of the short is 290 DX cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the long is only 1 DX cash. Now, I remember when this token went live, Bitcoin was actually trading up around 14. It was just hitting that 14,000, 13,800 level. So
Yeah.
Bitcoin came off quite a bit. So this is why the short is actually very strong, and the long is actually quite small.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this is based on where this token was 24 hours ago, not in the last hour or the last few hours. And 24 hours ago, the short was really moving around based on the percentage, because this is a much bigger price based on $1. So this is why technically it's there, but it's still very nicely up, almost 290% in the last 3.5 weeks since it's been up. So that's a really nice return on the short share of Bitcoin. And if you actually think of it this way, yes, the longs are actually down 99%, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But think of it this way again, they're only down 99%, but the shorts are up almost 300% on the same value of the token. So there's like this limited risk on the downside with these tokens, which is great, and it's very, very different from CFD trading, because this token will never ever go to a negative because it's based on a percentage move. So you have negative balance protection. So the most you could ever lose is your original token investment. When this price came out at 100 and this came out at 100 and they launched at the same time, if you had bought one, okay, you're down 99 DX cash. But here you can see you're up 300 DX cash or 200.
Right.
So it's really a nice advantage for the clients, is that they don't ever have to worry about being negative balance. There is no overnight interest charges that's charged to the client. So I know this can be very, very expensive on a CFD or derivative trading or margin trading. Is when you're borrowing money to trade on margin, you have to pay these overnight fees, and these fees are either charged by the hour or every 8 hours or every day. And there's none of those types of fees being traded or charged on these tokens, because you're owning a token. You're not borrowing any money. So it's a really big advantage as well for that.
Right. So who can use this? Is it just open to users based in Europe, or is it beyond that?
The platform is available for everybody except for U.S. customers and anyone on the FACTA list. Okay.
Any plans to open up the platform to U.S. users, or not anytime soon?
The thing is these types of tokens would not be probably permitted under U.S. rules. I'm pretty confirmed. So even if we did launch DX into the U.S., they wouldn't be able to trade this product. They would have to probably trade the traditional margin trading products that are available today. Because typically derivative and token types like this, the U.S. customers aren't allowed to trade. So, but in other jurisdictions around the world, these are very much available.
Daniel, thank you so much for taking the time to show us how this works.
I appreciate it too, and yeah, thanks. Anytime.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this